This is Wendy Sharps. 5 years ago, she was diagnosed with a rare form of dementia. Wendy is 45 years old. This is her story.
Symptoms started when I was 35. A bloke on the street says, "Hey, up to me." And I went, "All right, cock." And now Shauna says, "Do you know him?" I went, "I ain't got a clue who it is." Went to GP and they referred me to a neurologist. They kept saying, "You're stressed and you're depressed." And I were arguing with him. I said, "I'm not stressed or depressed. It's something different." All my tests came back. There were no tuck with you. But I still persevered. And there were last tests that they said they can do for me. It was a SPECT scan. And that showed up my dementia.
It's Thursday and Wendy is headed out with her support worker Louise as part of her outreach care.
She'll ask me on Wednesday, "What do you fancy doing tomorrow?" I've got no planned. She'll say, "Well, do you fancy doing so-and-so?" It's a very good setup. It gets you out of the house and it's so, you can go wherever you want.
It gives somebody their own independence back. They feel like they're not a burden on the family as much. And it's somebody to support and somebody to talk to. I mean, such as Wendy, she's still got a young family at home. And they're not ready, to be in a nursing home cared for. They're still able and they're still young. Some people they hold a job down. Like Wendy's caring for her daughter, she's a grandma, she's a mother.
If I were out shopping, nobody would know it were my helper, and that's a good thing. I like it. You don't feel like you're out with a carer or a support worker. It's like you're going out and you feel like you're just out shopping with a friend. That's how good they make you feel. It's very important.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Professor Annalena Veneri is a clinical neuropsychologist who specialises in dementia in the under 65s. She explains some of the symptoms associated with young onset dementia.
Remembering to do things, but also lack of motivation, apathy, or disorders of behavior. People become snappier. Their character changes. From being very laid back, they may become extremely disruptive in their behavior and so on.
Back at Wendy's house, her and her husband Paul sit down to talk about how they met and their lives together.
I was knocking about with brother-in-law, wasn't I?
Yeah. You came in and you says, "Oh, thanks for saying yeah."
Oh, that's it, yeah.
And I says, "What you on about?" And Jack had told him that I said I'd go out with him. I says, "No, I didn't." He went, "Well, will you?" I went, "Yeah."
That was that.
That was that.
He's an handsome beast, isn't he, eh? You're him, eh? Right, Tam. Right, bronze god, isn't he?
29
isn't it?
29 years this September.
But after 24 years of marriage, Paul and Wendy faced the life-changing news of Wendy's diagnosis.
You're horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We went to see Dr. Harness, didn't we? It's
Yeah.
your specialist, and I flipping broke down, didn't I? You're horrible.
We went in, we sat down, and I says, "Have you got results?" She says, "I'm sorry, Wendy, you have." And that way, I was like quivering with lip, weren't you? You were
horrible.
Unconsolable, and hardest thing was to tell kids, because that's all that kept going through my mind. I wouldn't tell Kaylee and Shauna.
I was grieving there and then, it were horrible. And then it were only about a week after, I'm sure it were about a week.
I rung work and says, "You need to send Paul home now."
So I comes on, what's up? Sit down, up bed, sits down. She says, "If you're positive you've got prostate cancer." And I says, "It's alright, didn't I?" She said, "What do you mean it's alright?" I said, "We'll deal with that, yeah."
Yeah, because they were more worried about me.
Oh, I didn't want operation, me when I did, did I? You weren't kids bludgeoning me, wasn't it? I says, "I'll leave it, I'll be right." No, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got left on my own, did I?
It's Wednesday morning and Wendy is going to a daycare centre provided by the NHS Memory Service. It gives Wendy time away from home, but importantly also offers respite to her family, who for a few hours every week don't have to worry about her care.
I get picked up by drivers who were really good, take me through to the centre, but on the way we pick other people up, so we've got a full bus full. Then basically whatever we want to do. You don't understand how vital it is, but it gives you a break from home and you can be yourself, because everybody in the group has got memory problems. We've all got young onset dementia, and everything in there is provided to make our life easier. So you can be in the middle of a conversation, forget what you're talking about, it don't matter because you're all in the same boat.
Draw that.
It's like you get up and one day you're in a fog and you're trying to do something and it's just out your reach, you can't see it to do it. That's the best I can explain it at. It's like you're trying to think, but your brain's clouded. You just cannot register it. As much as hard as you try and you're wanting to do it, it's not there, you can't reach it. I've been to a few where they've got older dementia and it's not age appropriate for us. We're into more up-to-date things. But there should be more of these places available for young onset, not just in our area but all over.
An estimated 800,000 people in the UK have dementia, and at least 17,000 are living with young onset dementia, which affects people before the age of 65. However, the real number of young onset cases is thought to be up to 3 times higher, as many people are not diagnosed with the illness when it's in its early stages.
Today we're really sorting the garden out because we bought the animals from garden centre. We've done that bit today. Even that is hard work for your brain when you've got dementia. I come home, I am shattered, but it's a good shattered.
Wendy understands the nature of her illness and knows her condition will eventually get worse. She's considered her plans for the future, including the possibility that she might have to move into full-time care.
Only thing is, I know what's coming. I don't want to go. I want to stay here and I want to die in my own bed. That's what I want to do. But if I do get too much, I understand that they have to do that. So hopefully I'll not remember. Because I don't know how worse I'll get.
At home, Paul talked more about his life with Wendy and how things have changed for both of them since her diagnosis.
You're looking into the future and it's bleak, you know what I mean? It's not like you wanted to enjoy yourself now. I mean, spend as much time as I can with you, you know what I mean? And do nice things. But you're limited to what things you can do, do you know what I mean? It's like I used to take her out on motorbike. She can't do it now because her legs. And so I'm gutted with that, you know, and I can't get out with you. At times I'll be sat in here on my own. Me and Telly don't get on, you know, I'm not interested, really. So I'm just sat here gazing at, oh. You know, so it's like I'm in solitary, it's horrible. I've grieved over it, and then I'll still get a bit upset now. But at the end of the day, you know, I've got to try and be strong, you know what I mean? Keep it together. Somebody's got to do it, haven't they? Because when she loses it, I've still got my daughters and my grandkids, and you know, it's not easy. It's hard. It's hard.
Only thing I want to really put out there is when you get diagnosed, it's not the end of the world. It's the end of your chapter, what you used to be like, but you start a new one. Everything's forward, there's no going back, it's all positive. That's what it should be. That's why I'm so like I am now, because of the positive feedback I've had off my nurses and support workers. Don't feel guilty about asking for help, and never feel guilty about letting go, because that'll eat you up. It's all positive thinking and actually doing things. It's not the end of the world. It's not a death sentence. It's how you make it.